feel like the hype is around amongst him because he's a Japanese person doing these things.
Other than his power, could you tell me what do we have to offer?
Inoue, it's time. Set me location. Don't be scared. USA, Japan, Inoue, anytime, doesn't matter. I need my belt. I'm ready. Let's go, champ.
You know, everything's been laid out for him. On my side, I've been had to grind to get to where I'm at, and we don't know if he has that grind power in him. And when it's time to really dig deep and fight, we don't know if he has that. I know I do.
Trying to claim 2 more belts as Fulton trying to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again.
Naoya Inoue is not known for engaging in trash talk with his opponents. His confidence comes from the results he can achieve inside the ring. Everything else is just empty noise, and his knack for proving his superiority is truly impressive. There's nothing quite like seeing a persistent trash talking getting shut down by a man who is the epitome of respect in the ring. Sometimes these fighters need a slice of humble pie, and there's no one better in the entire sport than Naoya Inoue at dishing them out. Mock the monster at your own peril. Remember, if you want to support the channel, be sure to use your hype feature.
Inoue, it's time. Set me location. Don't be scared. USA, Japan, Inoue, anytime, doesn't matter. I need my belt. I'm ready. Let's go, champ.
Coming up against a guy as good as Naoya Inoue is an entirely different task though. Sure, every fighter is confident in their skills, but there are levels to this.
There is only one fighter in the division that can even compete with him, let alone beat him, and that's MJ.
Eddie Hearn seemed certain of Akhmadaliev's potential, but he would be forced to eat his words in dramatic fashion because hype alone doesn't win fights. Inoue looked as composed as can be in the earlier stages.
デビュー2012年10月、1993年4月10日生まれの30戦全勝。この全勝3
Even in these opening rounds, it was very clear that Naoya had an immense speed advantage, both with his hands and in his footwork. As round 3 got underway, those watching in the arena were still waiting for Akhmadaliev to make an impact on this fight. Round 4 saw both men opening up a bit more, although Inoue was still firmly in command. You could see that Inoue was enjoying himself out there, looking more and more confident. Akhmadaliev was clearly trying, but there was nothing he could do. Inoue was playing 4D chess now, and Akhmadaliev just couldn't figure him out. Timing was the name of the game here, and Inoue was running away with this contest. It was hard to justify scoring a single round for Akhmadaliev by the 9th. You can't fault Inoue's opponent's heart, but that's just about the only positive point to his performance. By the championship rounds, MJ looked utterly deflated. Inoue was headed to a perfect 12-round shutout, a comprehensive statement about his dominance. Another total clinic from the monster over 12 rounds.
I feel like the hype is around amongst him because he's a Japanese person doing these things.
Other than his power, could you tell me what do we have to offer?
Say what you want about that opinion, but it certainly generated some headlines. The same could be said when Fulton's team tried to claim that Inoue was cheating.
Because I refuse to let my fighter get in the ring with someone that has loaded gloves. This is not something that I'm making up. I have proof. And I have it in my phone. I have proof.
If it sounds like early excuse making, that's because it was. And if Inoue needed some added motivation to make this a dominant win, now he had it. Nobody in the business of boxing makes statements quite like Inoue. The questions of how these two world-class fighters would match up would be answered from the opening seconds onwards, and early on, Inoue certainly looked superior.
And around the guard, and the up jab.
So interesting to see that low lead hand from Inoue starting off like that. Both guys, both fighters exchanging jabs right there. Inoue getting the best of it. Good jab.
Very solid jab from Inoue.
You know, we talked all night about Fulton's jab, but what about Inoue's jab?
Versatile offensive attack, as always, from Inoue. Now goes upstairs with it and follows Fulton back to the ropes before the tie-up and the separation from Hector.
And this is what I was talking about. Fulton was moving, trying to get out of range, out of position. You know, Fulton thought he was clear, thought he was going to get on his bike, and Inoue chased him down, cut him off.
Inoue getting rough on the inside, gets the warning from the crew of wrapping around the neck, and now falls in off balance on his own with that free right hand, able to punch away.
Against all odds, Inoue was having an easy time in rounds 1 and 2.
Back to it.
There it is again.
And there's the first right hand that is able to land, and he comes with it again, and then a 4-punch combination that included a left to the body from Inoue. Double jab, comes upstairs with the right hand. Fulton puts up the guard and backs out.
Is winning the jab battle. Inoue.
You can see how calm and in control he is early on here. As he comes with another 4-punch combination, tried to go to the body with that right hand in the midst of that. There's that jab, and there are the levels. Went upstairs and then to the body again, Timmy.
And it's the speed at which Inoue closes the gap. Fulton's having a hard time with. Right now, Fulton on his bike, just trying to avoid shots from now.
Double jab, right hand.
No, but I like his composure. He's weathering the storm right now. Fulton using defense, movement to get out of range.
Already, it seemed as though Inoue was putting on a masterclass.
Easy right now against Fulton. Let's see if Fulton can turn it around.
He wants to show that he's tough. You got to show you're tough while still being intelligent.
You see the shifting game plan
That's
already.
right hand over the top, Timmy.
Nice level changing jab right there in exchange. A jab for a right hand.
See if you can work behind that jab. Goes to the body again with the jab. There's been a point of emphasis early on, and then the right hand up top. There's that up vertical jab again.
But he's not pulling the trigger.
Well, it's that middle ground that was the concern. And if you're going to stay there, you got to throw. That up jab has had such success for Inoue.
Not a whole lot of damage done, but that right hand right there to the body and the roll under is. I think he's afraid for what's going to come back. The speed is too blazing fast.
Tough to replicate with a sparring partner what Inoue and his unique physical gifts offer when you're opposite him. And two-handed finishing power. Uppercut, right uppercut to close out round number 3.
Despite this being the best opponent of his career, Inoue was in cruise control.
With an 11-2 advantage, he has been increasing his work rate as the fight has moved around in the early stages as he comes with two right hands.
In the inside, banging on the body of Inoue. Getting a little physical on the inside.
Fulton has a lot of confidence.
Catching Inoue, trying to get out.
Came straight back.
Not doing anything. Inoue's beating him to the punch. He's there. He's there, but he won't pull the trigger test.
Inoue has that kind of power where he can punch through the defense as well. You've seen that a few times. Showing the levels with that jab again. Consistently going to the body with that jab is Inoue.
This tentative, and I thought he almost had that round that Inoue just came on in the second half. But again, I've never seen him so tentative.
He's getting outboxed, and he's supposed to be the superior boxer.
Well, we get so enamored with the power of Inoue and the results. He is a supremely intelligent boxer as well. Good combination from Inoue. More blood coming from the nose of Scooter Fulton.
Fulton's jab, what I'm seeing is an extraordinary jab from Inoue, starting with a shot to the body.
To be more offensive-minded against the monster. As he does for a moment, does Fulton. Then backs out with his hands up.
Even when Fulton finally started to find his rhythm, Inoue was still better.
Directly in front, use your legs. He can draw in Inoue. I mean, he tried to come forward, but he's not letting his hands go. He's afraid for what's going to come back. So now use your legs. Get on your bike. Lure in Inoue, because now you're in range just to get hit with those power shots.
Now here comes the combination punching of Inoue behind that jab, as we've seen early on in round 5.
And change his rhythm up. I mean, when you have a fighter like Inoue just landing shots like that, you have to change your rhythm up. You have to.
Another right hand from Inoue backs up Fulton.
Heavy.
Yes,
heavy.
He's extremely
and good right hand. Good right hand from Fulton right there, catching Inoue.
Right hand from Inoue.
A lot of those shots are being deflected.
This wasn't just a pound-for-pound top 10 performance. Inoue was making his claim at being the very best fighter in the sport, period.
Belts is undisputed. Fulton is not using any of his footwork. He's not using any of his lateral movement at all. And you want to know why? Because Inoue has stopped that. Inoue is quick to cut him off and says, I want you directly in front of me. I don't want you moving anywhere.
That time he comes in with the left hook. Amazing, in a sold-out arena in Tokyo. The crowd so respectful, polite, restrained, subdued that you can actually hear in the midst of the fight the instructions.
So unbelievable how Inoue, no matter what position he's in, he's able to generate the punching power and torque on his shots.
Torque. That is a perfect description of what makes his punching power special.
He just ran with a combination.
He did.
It's that jab. That jab.
It's
Mark
been the
said
key.
It's been the key.
It has been the key.
Ooh. That right hand hurt Fulton. Trying to establish his own offense, but getting himself out of position.
Short left hand chopped down here at the end of round number 6. Fulton trying to exchange on the inside.
Every time Fulton had a moment of success, Inoue would come crashing back with added style points.
Pounds. Inoue, he keeps his head on that side. I'm seeing him keep his head on that right side, right in the line of fire for that right hand of Fulton.
Short check hook that time.
Check hook
that time as Fulton crossed the threshold.
Now, I know the fight's not over. You know, I don't think he has the punching power to hurt Inoue. Good right hand over the top.
Counter right hand from Fulton. Back to the body from Inoue.
Folks said that was low. Inoue said, get out of here. And you never know, you know, but he's so technically sound and so fundamentally sound. Well-schooled fighter.
And see how comfortable Inoue is right now as he's trying to cut off the ring and close the gap. Overhand right.
That's the one thing about Inoue. He never stops hunting for that knockout. He's always looking for it.
Four-punch combination, back to the jab up top.
Gee, these are great moments right here that Fulton is allowing Inoue to recharge. See, he just threw an onslaught of punches, and he's allowing.
Finally, Inoue brought the hammer down in round 8, and boy was it worth the wait.
A stab jab down to the body. And the reason why Inoue can get there quick with that jab is Fulton has a wide stance. His base is so wide, it's really hard to get in and out.
Right hand hurts him! Oh, a huge right hand from the monster! And then he chases him down! Fulton is laid out, struggling to get to his feet. Fulton hurt badly. The monster on the attack, trying to claim 2 more belts as Fulton tried to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner. Here comes Inoue. That destructive, decisive power does it again. The monster, a 4-division world champion, stamping in Tokyo.
This was the biggest and most impressive win of Inoue's career so far. Proof that even pound-for-pound elites were no longer safe.
Has he really been tested? Like, all his fights been in Japan. Half of them were at 108. You know, fighting guys that stand right in front of him. You know, everything went his way. You know, he's at home.
Just because a rising talent has yet to fight in the US, it doesn't mean they're not ready. Antonio made the biggest mistake of his career when he questioned the monster's skill level.
And, you know, everything's been laid out for him. On my side, I've been had to grind to get to where I'm at, and we don't know if he has that grind power in him. And when it's time to really dig deep and fight, we don't know if he has that. I know I do.
Although he didn't know it yet, Inoue was about to punish him in dramatic fashion, and it would truly be a loss he would never live down. All of Neves' doubts would be answered in brutal fashion when this fight got underway.
Most per round of any top fighter in the world exceeded underlines the fact that power is often set up by the jab.
Absolutely. I think he hides the power behind the jab, like you just mentioned. So
behind the jab on a classic 1-2. There's the classic 1-2 again. He says and he hasn't unfurled that one quite yet. Just missed with one. You can see Nieves is quite aware that he's up against a guy who's regarded as a monstrous talent. He said, of course, exactly what
the world has their eyes peeled right now on this fight. Because Inoue, those who have seen him saying such glowing things, this being his American TV debut, people want to see what they have.
Already we've seen one thing that some fighters wait a long time to learn. He has a reputation as a great jab. So a couple of times, Inoue leads with the left hook.
They taught him well. He's fundamentally sound. And that power he has behind those fundamentals don't hurt at all.
See, he has an idea of what he wants to do in there.
Which is?
He wants to punch when the monster, when he's trying to time him in between. Whenever Inoue takes a little break, he's trying to punch with Inoue.
Jim's saying all the right things. I just don't know if he can translate that physically.
Tries to deliver the body. Inoue did a great job of blocking it with his left elbow. Comes back with a series of punches of his own.
Watch Inoue feints and tries to punch with Inoue to get his shot in there first.
Presence in the ring with one good hard counter left hand shot. It landed on Inoue.
This is where Inoue has had his way so far, so he wants to make him uncomfortable.
The jab, maximum impact.
It was clear from these opening rounds that the jab of Inoue was going to be a crucial weapon for him as he picked apart his prey.
Good 1-2 by Inoue.
Because obviously you can get caught with a clean shot. Good shot from Nieves.
Right hand by Nieves to the body, and he falls upstairs.
Well, it's not a good idea to punch with a guy unless he's punching wide, and at times been a little bit wide. But you can see the force that Inoue throws with. The power is obvious.
In an amateur fight, so he has had one knockdown scored against him, although he says it wasn't because of a punch. Spother asked for body shots. Haven't seen him this round. Now he goes downstairs and comes back up and fires the left hook to the body with a thorn.
He's a 115-pounder, boy. He's going with some force.
You can hear those shots from ringside.
That's a compliment.
That won the first fight for Juan Francisco Estrada. It was having his feet flat on the canvas and maximizing the power in his punches.
And that's the same thing you see with Inoue. He's always in position to punch, regardless of what his opponent tries to do.
And I think he bothered Nieves with that hard right hand off the jab. Nieves trying to be waiting, and he launches again.
And the other guy's coming down from 122 pounds. You know, the guy coming up, defensive fighter, and given those circumstances, the question here is, can Inoue impose?
Left hand to the body, space rather than power. Now combinations.
10 seconds.
Oh, he thought it was the bell. Second warning clap and thought it was the bell.
That saved Nieves right there.
Nieves was very clearly a game opponent here, but he was leaving big openings in his defense.
Inoue is trying to pick up where he left off. He knows Nieves was hurt in that last round, and he wants to test to see how hurt he still is.
You see why he's called the monster. When a guy has fast hands,
Just did something you occasionally see Gennady Golovkin do. Saw traveling through the air to give it a little bit lift over the top and get it down to the face. Now there's a perfect uppercut.
Straight back from punches sometimes. He uses that athletic ability to avoid punches and doesn't always use kind of classic technical defense.
We're talking a lot about the power of Inoue, but as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it's the jab and his opponents previous to this night. He has an
It's a heavy jab, meaning his weight comes out over his front when he throws it.
Oh, and it sets up power shots like that, which are just the end of the last round, and you can see Nieves' confidence just go down a little bit as Inoue dominates.
But listen, when you're getting hit with those, sometimes the game plan can go out the window quick. All of a sudden, excuse me, Jim. All of a sudden, it doesn't become worth it to extend yourself when you're getting hit heavy with heavy shots to the head and the body.
And part of the key to his ability to do that is balance and timing. He seems always to be in the right position on his feet, and he throws when he wants.
Type puncher. He'll throw a jab, he'll throw a lead right hand, then he'll throw a 2 or 3 punch combination. He's steady, but he'll
respond to an opportunity.
If you can type puncher until he gets his guy hurt, and then he throws in combination.
I like that.
Opportunistic, Jim, as you said.
This is just a brilliant round. This was a one-sided.
For an elite counterpuncher like the Monster, this was basically like putting the win on a platter for him.
He throws a punch, man. He don't miss accuracy. See that? I mean, Inoue has got his hands held up. Amazing job he's doing. 3-0
What's impressive about Inoue is it's coming out wrong because of what Inoue's doing. What's the trainer supposed to tell him? You want to throw in the towel? Yeah, but the game plan's not working, but come up with a better one right now.
I mean, the trainer's doing what he can do. Nieves is a tough kid, but he is taking a lot of punishment right now.
He's talking as though his fighter has a chance, as though he's not taking a beating.
Not in that position because when you're in the position that Nieves is in again, it's just really appeal to his heart. Do you motivate him? And it's a tough and unenviable position like you just mentioned to be in.
Well, win or lose, it's a big week as his banking career goes forward, and he said, I'm never going to give up my day job. Boxing is big. It's a big part of my life, but I've got Inoue, it seemed his round off to allow Nieves to throw some punches.
I think that was by design. I don't know if Inoue was resting or if he was trying to lift the punishment from the previous round.
I think he was trying to lure Nieves into an exchange where he wouldn't have to try to fit Nieves' defense. He could just, catch him in an exchange. Oh, what a hook.
I mentioned that CompuBox has him through his sport, an average of 37 coming in. He's throwing 41 jabs per round here tonight.
Inoue was starting to play with his food a little bit in round 5, but he was still putting real damage on his rival.
I think it's a great thing, but I think from what I've seen, they either work.
I think that's a great point.
He has to put Nieves away here in this round or next because it's a lopsided fight, but in the capture their imagination and really look devastating, make some water cooler buzz the next, on Monday at work. Maybe he can do that, but what is just a kind of sameness to every round in an extended fight.
And now trying to find somewhere to hide in the ring, and he can't find it. As Inoue continues to track him down, pin him against the ropes, and slip away to the side, and Inoue just keeps walking him down, gets him into position there where he shot one authority.
One or two more of those, he could end this fight, Jim. There, here Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yep, there it is.
First time down as a pro for Nieves. First time in the ring with a fighter like
the body if you're Inoue.
Exactly. On the bands in the body right now. He'll protect the head, but the body can't move.
54 seconds to go in the round. Inoue stalking.
There it is.
Another body shot with the left hook.
Right back, but I literally don't think you should throw another punch other than a hook to the body.
And there's another one. And there's another one. With enough authority to change anything. Another left hook to the body. Inoue listening to what Max Kellerman and Andre Ward said to the body. Another left hook to the body. Inoue trying to finish the fight with exactly the prescription offered by Threat to the body. Most effective boxing. I don't care who you are fighting, where you've been brought up. Look to the body. It will win you more fights than any other weapon.
He's about to win by
body shots all night. And here we see another left that lands right by the solar plex. Nieves hesitates and then decides.
Eventually, the beating got so heavy that Nieves' corner were forced to take a long, hard look at their fighter.
Oscar De La Hoya, Arturo Gatti against Leonard Dorin. How many times have you seen it? You land beneath the waist, the will goes away.
But Inoue knows he has wounded prey in front of him, so he's going to continue to throw that left hook to the body, and it's a damaging thing to do. Like, why does he need
experience from Inoue only having 13 fights? Good right hand right there, hiding the fact that he wants to throw that left to the body. So Nieves has a guard against that shot. He's got to switch it up, throw a right to the body, maybe a right to the head, and then a left hook to the body, and it'll be wide open.
That's what he did. Nieves looked at him like, wait a minute, you're allowed to do that.
Another left hook to the body. Listen to the sound when those left-hand body shots land all over the arena here at the StubHub Center.
I know he's not dazed in a way, like but why does he need to keep taking this punishment?
Over and over and over, the sledgehammer left to the body.
You can see glued to his side right there. That's why you got to switch it up. If you want that shot, you got to go away.
The chance to put on a show now. Inoue is doing so as he lifts his hand. I know I'm a star. You're going to see from me in the ring. Come to me. Come to me. I'm ready for the knockout right now.
The referee keep a close look on Nieves. In a minute, he may have to save him from himself.
Nieves' corner said, hey, I'll stop now. Do you need to see your guy unable to rise from the canvas? The contest is over.
1-2. His first loss in the last fight was a decision with which he disagreed. He is getting
To the
hammered.
layman, it looks like he's still in the fight, but if you know what you're looking at, he's had enough. It's a lot of punishment that is soaked in, and it's only going to get worse as this fight progresses. Big
Right hand to the body.
from Inoue.
What a vicious shot.
The nose is bleeding now, and who knows what's going on internally in his rib cage.
Another left to the body to finish the round. And Nieves, where trainer Joseph Delguide has a decision to make. And he has made the decision. So it'll be a technical knockout.
Thankfully, the corner of Antonio Nieves decided that this fight was only ever going to go one way, and so they took the merciful route and pulled their fighter out of the line of fire. Another day, another destructive tour de force from Naoya Inoue. He was very clearly getting better and better. But what Naoya Inoue performance sticks out in your memory? And who do you see as his biggest threat in the sport today? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.